you guys, today I thought I'd give you a breakdown of what we're going to do for 2 weeks of summer school. That's all we're doing for summer school is 2 weeks, and then we'll have the weekend and roll straight into the 5th grade. If you don't know me yet, my name is Jill and I'm the homeschool mom to a 5th grader. I have a new puppy behind me. You're usually used to seeing big old Buddy, and puppies are very binary. She's either sleeping or she's doing her best rendition of a possessed ping pong. So there may be some editing, but right now we'll just roll into it. I want to start with our core as always. And if you haven't been here before, our core is reading, math, and French. And we homeschool because I want Morgan to learn French and multiple other languages. So let's not do French first. First, let's cover what Morgan has already read. And although it wasn't summer school, in the morning she came in and she would read. And this is funny. So I didn't realize Bunnicula is really funny. And it's also by the same author who did Pinky and Rex. So if you read Pinky and Rex series to your kids, those real thin chapter books, it's the same author and also the same humor. So Morgan read Bunnicula, and then she followed it with Holiday Inn, same author. It's a series. The Celery Stalks at Midnight. We didn't read a lot this summer, and that's okay. We did a lot of other stuff this summer. And Don't Sit on the Baby, which is, Morgan did a little babysitter course, and it came with a book, and she read it because she wants to start thinking about babysitting. Now, that's reading, and then following for summer school, she will be reading Framed, which is James Ponti, the same author as the trilogy that she read called Dead City. He's a really good writer, and so we're going to keep it. This is also comes as a trilogy. So there's our reading, and we talk about the books, and we either, Morgan will read them to me. Actually, she's getting really wanting to read chapters or funny portions to me. So I usually, when she's reading over here, I'm usually over there waiting for her to say, "Hey mom, can I read you a chapter?" And yes, you can. So that's what we're doing. Now for math, we had finished whatever the last Math You See one was. What is it? I think it was alpha, beta, gamma. So we finished gamma, and we were going to rip straight into delta in the 4th grade, and I decided to take a break for that month, the last month of school, and only do review prior to testing and not start delta. And I'm glad we did that because there's no rush. Why do we always feel a rush when there isn't one? So we're going to go right into delta, and Morgan will do 2 pages, maybe 3 a day, maybe 2. We'll see. I don't know. But I figure we will finish delta before Christmas break this year. But we will start in the summer just easily, 1 or 2. Yeah, 2 pages for sure. Once we really catch up to where things need to slow down for Morgan, she doesn't have to, she's not picking it up as quickly, things that she hasn't been exposed to, then we will definitely slow down on these books. But until then, well, forever, we're just working at her pace. So whatever she can do, she does. But prior to that, I want to make sure that we haven't forgotten our math facts, and that includes me. How many times do you think you've done math drills with your children and in the back of your mind you're thinking, I don't know the answer to that any faster than they do? or you're hiding your hand and you're kind of like 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have that problem as well, and I thought that I'm going to become Morgan's math person and math buddy if I'm not already. So we're going to do math drills forever. We'll always do it, but we're really going to hone in on that in the summer. And I am not ashamed to say that my math is not that great. And I know many of you have also confessed the same. Your English isn't that great. Your grammar isn't that great. Or your science isn't that. We all have a weakness. And I don't believe languages are my weakness. I believe math has been. It's always been an interest of mine. And I've never been that great at it. And I don't know why. But I want to be. So I know that my weaknesses start with fractions, and after delta, which is division, and following up with multiplication and all of that stuff that she's already had, comes epsilon. And epsilon, if you've done this before, you know that epsilon is heavy on fractions. It's the introduction to fractions. There's easier stuff in here too, but this is the real fraction book. I have one also. So when Morgan starts Epsilon, she and I will do math together. And I feel like if I expect her to do something or to learn something or to memorize something or to care about something, she should see that I do too. And I am a lifelong learner. I'm always learning, as we all are. I also need to study a little bit. I have the time to do that and the willingness to do that. So Morgan is going to see me pick up and start doing math along with her until whatever. I'd actually like to go beyond calculus. So I have loads of time and I'm just going to kind of creep up along with Morgan as she goes. And I think that will be really fun for her. Now for French, we are, if you don't know, we have been learning French, and my last video of 4th grade showed you Morgan and I speaking French together after her 4th grade year of learning with me. We're going to do the Well-Trained Mind Academy online small class course, and she's going to take 1B with 7th graders. So I really want to make sure we haven't forgotten a lot. I know we've forgotten some French over the summer. I really want to make sure we haven't forgotten a lot, and we need to kind of remember some stuff before 1B starts. So I'm pulling out the books, and we're going to review them together. We loved these books. We will always have these books. As far as I know, I'm not going to let them go. I think they're wonderful. We can always use them for review. And our verb book, I got these last year. They're actually for sale again in Target, I saw the other day. But that's the verb book, and then she's got her vocabulary book. And I thought we would flip through and spend time just quizzing each other for fun. And I think even if we've forgotten stuff, you know how it's been a month or two, but it's really easy to pick it back up again if it's only a recent forget. So I think that's where we will be for French, so that we can catch her up and be really strong for when we start the Well-Trained Mind Academy. I think the class starts on the 12th of August, so we have lots of time. We've got summer school and then a full week of homeschool school before that class starts. Now, for fun stuff for summer school, Morgan picked this up and she's really interested in it. And I am too. I think it's a great idea. It's Hunt a Killer Mystery. It's the Nancy Drew version. And we found this at Target, and she picked it up and I read it and I thought, this is it's like Clue, essentially, but way more complicated than Clue. So you really have to study the characters and investigate and do some detective work. And this takes time. And I thought that she's already started writing notes on little things that she knows about people, of all the characters and the plot. And there's a map. There's really neat things in here. So you can see, you can do the timing of how long it takes somebody to walk from one part of the campus to the other. And there's props too. There's a lock. And what else is there? There's like a whole bunch of stuff in here. I think it's something that'll take a week or two for us to figure out, because we won't be working that diligently on it. Maybe, like an hour a day for fun. But it comes with a little locked pencil case. And until you can figure out the lock, which astoundingly she already did, she said that because she's been reading so many Nancy Drew books, she was able to guess the combination after like the second try. And so she found out what was in here, but I can't remember, but I guess I shouldn't tell you anyway, since it's locked. If you want to do it, you got to figure it out. And then, what else is in here? Oh, it's a tea infuser. It's a real tea infuser, because part of the plot is that somebody may or may not have been poisoned, and maybe it was the tea. So we are going to do that for summer school in the afternoons, and I think it's really interesting to spend time doing deductive reasoning with anybody and sit down and kind of problem solve. And I'm also interested in doing the problem-based learning this year, and this kind of ties into it, because you know some facts, but you don't know about 70%, and you're going in trying to figure it out. And I like that idea. It was part of my job as a career woman, and I think that may be why I'm also very interested in it. And Morgan is too. And Morgan likes what I like, and it just kind of works out. Also, we're going to spend a lot of time playing chess, because we really like chess. So we'll play chess a lot, and then I found a world record revised and expanded paper airplane book. And just for fun, to get outside when it actually isn't blowing wind relentlessly through the prairie, I thought we'd do paper airplane competitions or something. Just fun. And that's it. That is the plan for summer school. And we'll start whenever we want to start, just for a couple of hours. Maybe we'll do 9 to 11 and break for lunch. And that's the plan. And the puppy is still sleeping. I was able to knock this video out while she was still sleeping. All right, well, I hope you're doing real well in your homeschool and having a wonderful summer, and we'll see you later. Bye.